Hi guys, I got a video for you guys today. I actually received some items in the mail that I wanted to share with you guys. I ordered the acrylic gel from Aliexpress. These are 30 grams, 1 ounce tubes. This one is 08 and this one is a deep gray. And this one is 05 and this is a deep nude. Now I'm going to be using my Red Iguana practice hand, and I went ahead and applied my Cris Trio adhesive base for my polygel. This is a it has natural resin in it and everything. It's really good. Cris Trio is not very expensive either. I'm thinking I gave like maybe anywhere from $7 to $10 for this, I believe it was. I will link everything down below that I used today for you guys in the description box. So I'm going to be using just one of my mini brushes. This has a really small brush on the end of it, which I really like. And on the other end is a spatula. So I'll be using isopropyl alcohol. This is actually 71%. Don't matter if you use 99%, 70%, 60%, as long as it's alcohol, or a slip solution if you have that as well. I prefer alcohol rather than some of the slip solutions that I have. So I've got my little damping dish here, and I'm just going to pour a little bit of rubbing alcohol in it, or isopropyl alcohol. To start off with, I think I'm going to be doing I'm actually going to do the deep nude, which is this one here. Now that's what it's called, is deep nude. I think I only gave like maybe like $3 or $4 for it. Not quite sure. I will link that below for you guys. Now I did open it just to see what it looked like. I know it looks kind of dark. It is thick. Now recently I just done a video of the Modelones Polygel kit, and this is thick as well, just as thick as it is. So it's going to take me just a second to get this pushed up out of here. There it is. As you can see, it looks new, but it kind of looks like on the I don't want a transparent side, but anyways, let's apply this to the nail and see what it looks like. So I'm just going to take my spatula and take this little bit right here. Actually, I might take just a little bit more if I can squeeze it up out there. Yeah, about like that right there. And as you can see, it's really thick. And I'm going to apply this. Now I'm just going to do a design with this. That way I can just kind of play around with it. I'm going to put it as far back as I possibly can and try to scrape off any excess that I have on there, because I do have that sticky base on there as well. I'm going to get just a little bit closer for you guys, and I'll try my best to stay in frame. I'm just dipping my brush in the rubbing alcohol, and I'm just going to pat my brush dry. You don't want to use a lot of alcohol with this, as less is more according to this kind. As you can see, it's a little thick. It's not quite a deep nude, I guess. I don't really know what they consider as a deep nude. I like the color though. I mean, it's actually quite nice. I'm just going to try to make a smile line here. And it's kind of easy to do with this actually, because it is where it's kind of thick. It's actually not bad to do that with. I want it a little raised though, that way when I go to file it, it'll have a crisp line. Just want to get down on this side over here. I'll dip back into my alcohol. I'll try to make that flush as close as I can. So I'm just going to leave that like that. Let's make sure it's even. That looks pretty good to me. I don't know, I kind of feel like it's off a little bit. Alright, so I think that looks just about right. I'm going to leave that like that for just a second. I'm going to actually, let me cure that so I don't mess it up. It does have an inhibition layer. And I don't think it's quite cured all the way. Oh, maybe it is. It is. So let me see now. I want to take the deep gray. There it is. It almost looks black, don't it? But then when you turn it sideways, it still kind of looks black. Well, let's apply it to the nail and see what we get. I'm going to take that much right there. And I'm just going to apply it to this nail here. Make sure my brush is clean. And I'm just going to take that excess off. And I'm just going to start pushing back. Try to get that as flush as I can. Now I do want to say, if you do have one of these hands, these red iguana hands, you don't want to get that underneath your cuticle, the polygels, especially the ones that don't soak off. Because if you do, and then you go to soak it off, you're going to have a really hard time getting that nail off. So now I'm just going to kind of start patting down this way. I want my arch to be, do my arch at the same time. So start down at the bottom now. Let's get this side flush. And we're just going to start pulling it down. Now I know it looks really black on my camera, but it's actually gray. Probably just depends on how much you apply and how much you thin it out. I'm just going to wet my brush again, drain all that excess. And I'm gonna leave that one like that. Make sure I'm gonna go ahead and cure this really fast. Wait a minute, I see a little tiny bit that needs to be brought down, a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cure that. Alright guys, so now I'm going to take the deep gray. About that much right there. And I'm just going to see if I can make that work with this one nail here. So I'm going to apply it to the tip of this one here, to this first finger. And I'm going to try to move that up around that. Now if you do overlap it a little bit, it's not going to hurt it. I mean, you can file it off. It's not a big deal. If you do, I mean, it's fine. I'm just going to take this side here and pull it up this way. The good thing about this though is where it's thick though, it's not hard to make it maneuver around it. So I'm going to apply it as I would on any other nail, and I'm going to do the full nail. And And you don't have to be so much as perfect right now, because like I said, we're going to try to marble this, so I'm just going to pull it down the nail. Just going to leave it like that for a second. It's messy right now. So I'm taking the Models ones, the white, and I'm just going to, I don't want to take a whole lot out, I just want to take some of it out. And I'm just going to like pull that, see if I can't like spread that on there without messing it up too much. And maybe just a tad bit more, not a whole lot. I'm just going to put a little bit around the back part. If I can. So that's about the best I can get it off of it. So I know it looks like a big gobby mess right now. So what I want to do is take my brush, make sure it's good and clean, drain as much liquid as you can, and then we're just going to start like pushing it around little by little. Just like as if you were going to just build it out like it was. I probably should have used a brighter white, but that's okay. Just going to kind of move it around. Okay, so now I'm going to make sure I take all that liquid out of my brush, and now I'm just going to pat it into place. Now you want to try to get this as even as you can, because you don't want to be filing all that off there either. You know, and even if you can't move it with your brush, you could use the end of your spatula and just kind of and then just probably would have been better with a brighter white, but where it's kind of translucent, I didn't want to like overpower the gray either, so I'm just taking my brush and just kind of pushing it up, and then I'm going to drain all the liquid again, and then I'm just going to pull it back down, just kind of mixing those colors. Making sure I get my sidewalls good. So that looks about good to me. So I'm just going to leave it like that now, I think. And just make sure this part right here is not too thick at the bottom. Just going to take that little bit off her. So on this next one, I'm going to be using the nude again. And I'm just going to apply that as close as I can. Clean my spatula off. And I'm just going to start pushing that back. Try to get it as flush as I can. And I want to do something a little different with this one. I want to leave it a little raised, that way when I file it, it's going to have a perfect line right there. If you don't feel like you can get it, just dip your spatula in some alcohol. Make sure you, not too much, just enough to make sure that line's good. I'm just going to take this much off. Okay, so I'm going to leave that like that. And I'm just going to push this way just a little bit because I don't want it to cure to that hand. So I'm going to cure that so I don't make it move. Now that looks like a whole lot, but it's not. It's just a tad bit. And I just want to apply that right up next to that line, just like that. Make sure my brush is clean. I did dip into that alcohol just a little bit, and I'm just going to push that up to that corner there. As much as I can. Now you have to remember, you're going to try to put that arch in there as well. But you're going to keep that down. I'm just going to try to flush that with that. That way make sure keep it clean. I'm just taking my spatula and making sure it has a crisp edge there. And that looks pretty good, so I'm going to cure that. I'm just going to put the lid on my alcohol, move it to the side, and I am going to file these. I'm going to hand file these. I am using a 100-180 grit. Now, polygel is really easy to file, so always keep that in mind when you're filing, because you don't want to file too much off. good. Alright, so now I'm just going to dust these off. Using my little fan brush I bought from Hobby Lobby to get up in those little crevices that I can't get. Make sure you get underneath. Alright, so here we go. So first of all, let me clean my disc off because I don't want to be getting polygel all over my arms. I'm going to spray these two as well. Clean them up. And I'm actually going to take some alcohol and I'm just going to wipe my whole disc off. Okay, so I'm going to lay these out from underneath this real fast because I'm going to take a buffing block. Or not actually a buffing block, well, a buffer I guess you'd call it. Buffer, smoother, don't know quite what you want to call it. But anyways, I'm just going to smooth these nails out really fast. Off while I'm at it. Okay. So I want to do a little bit of artwork. So first of all, I'm going to be using this pigment here. So I'm going to use my Enailcoutoure Shiny. And I'm just going to top coat this right here. Now I'm not going to be curing this for a whole 30 seconds. It's just going to be for like 15 seconds and then I'm going to pull it right back out of the lamp. Good even layer. So I'm going to cure this and I'll be right back. I'm just going to take this Chromageddon. I'm trying to remember where I got it from. Oh shoot. I think I have a video on it. I just can't remember where exactly I got it from. So it takes the smallest amount. Actually, I'm just going to take my finger and I'm just going to rub the top of it here. Get that pigment on there and I'm just going to rub that in. That's all it takes. Actually, you could probably just like do this on your finger and that little bit right there would do that small nail. Just going to rub it in. Try to get all of it. Oh yeah, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Okay, so I'm going to close that back up because it does fly everywhere if you do go to use it, but it's so beautiful over any color at all. So now I'm going to take my shiny once again and I'm just going to float this over the nail. Now, when you're doing this, you want to take and wipe the side because you don't want to lose that form of that nail. And I think I want to do, I actually went and got out my Enail. These are the glitter powder gels, is what it's called on the lid here. This is $16.79. Gorgeous. Look at that. That is gorgeous. 59 cents or 59 cents or 69 cents. Thinking it's 59 cents, but well worth it. So, alright. So let me just take and clean these because I don't want any other powder on any other nails. So, okay. So what I want to do is take a little bit of my Enail, and I'm just going to use my same brush that I had, actually, my little polygel brush, and I'm just going to mix this up around the top here, and I'm just going to kind of wiggle it around. Get it real good mixed up. As you can see, they're kind of on the thick side, and this has just real pretty silver glitter in it. And I'm just going to take the smallest amount, like that right there. And I just want to take it on this white piece right here, and I'm just going to like do this. Now you don't want that to stick up, so I'm just going to flatten it down a little bit. But I want to keep it in that white area. Now you can leave it white, that's perfectly fine, but I love glitter, so. And it's not going to be a whole lot, and I'm just going to go ahead and spread a little bit of glitter out through here on my marble. In the places that's got the gray mostly. I'm just going to make sure they're all flat. Just like that. So make sure you clean your brush really good. Get all that excess glitter off of it that you can. And I'm just going to clean this up. And it's not like an overpowering glitter. I mean, if you don't want glitter, that's very well, I mean, that's fine. But I do love a glitter. Ta-da. Alright, so I'm going to leave that like that for just a second, and I'm going to get my painting gel out. So I've got my painting gel here, and I'm just going to dip my brush in here, and I'm just going to kind of wipe it on the side of the container. I don't want it real thick, but I want it enough to where I can draw with this. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to start from the edge here and just draw a straight line down. for that. And I'm just going to top coat these really fast. And we'll be done. So guys, I hope you like this video and this set. Give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. It's totally free. Come back. I really truly appreciate you guys, and thanks for watching.